object of adoration and worship by the masses. But at the end of the day, what they were seeking wasn't the respect of the people or the generations. What it was, the bottom line, was to govern, was to rule. You have the likes of Saddam, you have the likes of Hajjaj, you have the likes, perhaps, modern day politicians who had a very profound impact on the world. You have people such as Harry S. Truman, for example, the former president of the United States, who ordered the nuclear bombs to be dropped on Japan. He really did alter the course of history to come. And so that's one category. Their job is what? To kill, to conquer, to annihilate, to wipe out entire populations. The second category of people with a great amount of influence is the philosophers. You have Pluto, you have Aristotle, and you have the people such as those philosophers. And what they dealt with mainly wasn't really things that you and I as human beings would need in the course of our daily lives. The questions that they struggled with and the topics that they discussed in their inner circles and the teachings that they provided to their followers had to do mostly with the metaphysical world. A great volume of their teachings was related to questions of explaining the universe and the movement of the stars and the planets and whatnot. And some of their teachings were completely out of whack, by the way. In fact, one of the reasons I say I truly believe that their teachings were completely useless is the fact that when you look at their instructions and their teachings and their philosophies with regards to the physical world, when they try to describe the movement of the stars or the location of our planet and whatnot, they provided nothing but useless bits of mythology. That's what they gave us. They liken, first of all, they say that the earth was the center of the universe, spatially. And of course, this is proven to be wrong. Also, they give completely bizarre examples that do not reflect physical reality. And they say that the earth is like an onion, and you have to peel off all these skins around it in order to try and penetrate the outer space. You can't reach other planets until you go through all these peels. And they really didn't offer much knowledge in these fields. So why should I believe them when they offer explanations to the metaphysical phenomenon that we see in this world? When they try to describe the spirit or the soul or God or talk about the nature of God, quote unquote. If they had nothing to offer in the physical sciences, what would they be able to offer me in the metaphysical sciences? Pluto is one example who says, one of the theories that he adopts is quite strange. He says there's no such thing as evil in this world. For example, you've got Harry and John. Harry hits John. In other words, an act of oppression has taken place. So that's evil, right? He says no. He begs to differ. He says that Harry is a living human being. That's a good thing. John is a living human being. That's a wonderful thing. Life is good. Humanity is good. So then Harry lifts his hand and tries to punch John in the face. Well, having a hand is a good thing. Having the power to lift your hand is a good thing. So then Harry proceeds to punch John in the face. Being able to exert influence or to impact other objects in the physical world, is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's a good thing. So where's the evil in all of that? There is no evil. As a matter of fact, one thing, interestingly enough, one thing that distinguishes the philosophers from the other categories that we're about to talk about is the fact that they were very close to people of authority. They were always living very lavish lifestyles. They were close to centers of government. They were close to kings. They were close to the emperors and whatnot. Brothers, I'm sorry, but if you all get up and come a little closer here, because there are people waiting outside, they're standing, and it's very cold. So let's all get up by the mention of the name of Imam Al-Hujjat ibn Al-Hasan Al-Qa'im Al-Mahdi. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. So these are the philosophers. You also have a subgroup of philosophers, and they're the Gnostics. People like Buddha. And Buddha has a set of moral teachings. Generally speaking, is acceptable, universally acceptable. It is what we would like to think of as having originated from the fitra, or the universal moral standard that's built into every human being. And all you have to do to dig it up is to contemplate a little bit. And that's exactly what Buddha did. He walked around. First of all, he migrated from the lifestyle that he enjoyed as a prince, and he went out in the desert and the wilderness and the jungles, and he walked around and he observed people on a very basic level, and he came up with these moral teachings. The third category of people with a great deal of influence is the inventors, the scientists, the professionals. And of course, as we mentioned, they really did contribute a great deal to humanity. They did change the perception of human beings towards many of the natural phenomena that we see in the world today. They did do that. The thing, though, with scientists and inventors is that their field of knowledge is very narrow. It's a highly specialized kind of discipline that they have to go through in order to reach the discoveries that they do. And, for example, you have doctors, you have general practitioners, but you also have more specialized individuals. In fact, the ones who come up with the greatest inventions aren't the GPs. They're the people with the PhDs and the HPhDs, the higher PhDs, and the very specialized individuals who do nothing but, for example, study the pressure in the human eye. So they don't deal with general medical issues that a human body has to struggle with. No, they don't focus on, for example, things that have to do with the eye specifically, but more specifically, they focus on a very, as we said, narrow and specialized area of the eye, which is glaucoma, which has to do with the